All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I said I'd go live at top of the hour. I'm going to go live just a little bit early. Just to, I don't know, maybe it'll go in someone's notifications, right? Maybe so. Let me go ahead and get everything else set up that I need, like the chat, because I want that, definitely. And I think we're good. So that countdown there is for when the off-season will actually start. I do have to go on YouTube real quick, make sure everything is up to snuff. Let's take a look. Take a listen more so. I'm not worried about the video aspect more than I'm worried about the audio. I'm sure the video looks fine. The off-season will actually start. That sounds good to me, dang it. Sounds pretty dang good to me. I'll leave my phone on the stream just for an extra body, right? Just to have that there. Let's take a look. Take a listen. And turn the audio off. If no one comes in the stream, fine. If we break a YouTube record, fine. It's not why I'm doing this. I'd love to bring streaming to this channel. I really would. But as of right now, this is the first time I'm doing anything like that. So in the meantime, I'm definitely going to go ahead and look over the roster real quick. And that, yeah. Alex Brown, work done. Enoch Damar. Gibro Wilson, Triondos. Charlie Anderson, Landon Johnson. Like, that's a name I don't even know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember. Did he ever get on the field? I guess so. We signed him for one game. Dang it, one game. Back in 2004 at this point in time. Marquise Cooper, another. A lot of outside linebackers because they keep getting hurt. I don't know why. The outside linebacker position is like a rotating door. Inside linebacker. Sean Tufts has to come back, right? What he was able to do in 9 games was pretty dang great. It really was. Ed Stansbury, he can go. Jared Allen, he can probably go as well. I don't know what kind of contract he would want. I guess we can look. Again, I'm not doing any of this yet. But I definitely want to go ahead and be ready when timer runs out. And once we get started. And then that ends that there. So here are impending free agents. First two guys. Definitely want to bring back Work Done and Alex Brown. They've both been huge contributors on both sides of the football. Or each respective side of the football. And Enoch Damar can probably walk. Unless if he wants a really cheap contract. And pretty much everyone aside from Triondos Luke can probably walk. Although these outside linebackers are very young, it might be worth giving them a one-year deal to see if any of them take a massive leap forward in their overall. But the chance of that happening is really, really low. Sean Tufts, again, I think he needs to come back. And then other than that, no. Otherwise, I went over this in the preview episode. Go ahead and look at some impending free agents. And oh my god, Seattle. Let Marcus Stroud walk. Like, it's not going to happen. You have way too much cap room. But man, he would solve a lot of issues that we've been having. It's worth looking. It's worth looking at even like Brian Young. Players like that who could immediately step in and make a big impact. Jonathan Sullivan, 82 overall, is someone to look out for. A 3-year pro. If they let him walk, I'm going to be all over that. The Texans have a couple D tackles, an 80 and a 79. I think it's safe to say they're probably going to let Grady Jackson go. Other than that, probably won't let Richard Seymour go. Everyone has cap room. Jeez, everyone has a lot of cap room. The Falcons have 52 mil, 54 for the Panthers. That is just a lot of cap room, and then you got us at 17, which is still plenty, honestly. It really is. You can make some moves with 17 million cap room in this game. It's just nowhere near as much as the other guys. ESPN.com. Looking at the mock draft, did anything change? We're going to be picking late in this draft. They still say Andy Sullivan. I'm almost certain this was the exact same player. It was definitely a tackle, but I'm very, very certain it was Andy Sullivan. Probably not. Probably won't go tackle, because our tackle position is pretty much locked down. We've got a great, great number 1. And then behind him is Jeff Backus. We'll see how he pans out. He could get better. He's only a 5-year pro. He's getting into the prime of his career, so... Yeah, Jeff Backus, he's been fine. Honestly, the tackles haven't been the issue so far. It's been the interior offensive line. Terrence Moss has been pretty good. Steve Edwards, not so much. And Tom Nalen does not play like an 89, not in the slightest. So if we can move on from him, especially since he's a 12-year pro, great. He's probably going to retire after his contract's up. Wide receiving core, it's been hit or miss, man. We could bring in another weapon alongside these guys. Antonio Bryant could pull a Arnes Battle, where he starts off his full contract, even though it's a 6-year contract. He starts off as a number 2 and works his way to a number 3 role. But that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. It's also worth looking at like what Forrest Mendoza and Irving Erickson do. They're very good. They're undersized, but they're very good, truthfully. Irving Erickson, I feel, has been better than Forrest Mendoza. Mendoza has had more opportunity. 26 receptions to the 10. Fullback, we definitely should get another fullback. Let Ed walk and get another fullback. Work done. What does he want? 18 mil? Well, we're already at 17. That would actually clear up cap room? Really? Just taking a look at this. I just don't know if I want to bring him back for 3 years. I don't know about that. Well, that's going to be a question for another time. Pro Bowl votes. Eric Becker, of course. Well, he was the MVP. I'm expecting that. Work done was 5th. Okay. Number 1, Larry. And that's it. Really? Can't say I'm too surprised. But, like, what do these see? Oh, I see. Yeah, never mind. I understand. Tight end. I don't know how Webb is even on here at 371 yards. I don't know what football they've been watching to vote in Tom Nalen. Chris Samuels at 5th. He's been good. I don't know about that. Olindo Mare was number 1 for whatever reason. Guarantee he wasn't the best kicker in football. No, Alex Brown. I don't know. There's just so much great talent on the defensive line in this game. I'm not too surprised. Chris what football have you been watching, dude? To vote in Chris McAllister, even as a role like a bench player. Samari Roll, I don't know if that sneaks in, but he deserved it for sure. He got getting better and better. John McGraw is way down this list. Interesting. The Pro Bowl was something I never went over, but definitely was worth looking at. 100% rookie report. It's going to change like right as soon as I get into the off season, so it won't matter. Oh, there we go. Terrence Neal, actually. This is the number 1, Kent Sims. Terrence Neal isn't even that bad. He looks like he's actually a decent thrower of the football. just based on these, and he runs a 4.5. So if he's there late, and what I mean by late is like 3rd, 4th round, I would consider taking him. Is there like a blazing fast? These guys aren't super fast. They're really not that fast. Where is he? There he is. Roland McCormick. I just don't like your name. Truthfully, I don't. I don't like your name at all. Okay, come on. That is the same person with a different skin color. Oh my lord. There's no change there. Come on, 2K. Anyways, Sean Bryan, 6'6", 4.4 speed. There's no faults here. There really isn't. He's fast, huge, maybe a bit skinny at 195. So you worry about injuries with him, but you know. It's really hard to say with receivers in this game. They can have everything you want come out and be a 75, and you can have the exact same player, seemingly, and he ends up being an 85. So I just don't know, man. Fastest ends up being Spencer Hansen with a 4.24, 4.34 from Len Williamson. But this guy, look at all them yards and touchdowns. Yeah, Spencer's got it going on in every way except for his height. Which, like, you know, you can't teach height. Some people are just born short. Unfortunately, I was one of those people. It sucks, it does. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? Matt Wells looks like he has everything you'd want, for the most part. Jeffrey Franklin, too. Do we go tight end and try and have like a nice 1-2 punch there with William Webb and another young tight end? I don't know. Probably not. But, I mean, I don't run that much 2 tight end set. I don't. Let's see. Harvey. Why am I looking at you? I don't know why I'm looking at you. Oh, you're the... I was looking at 40 times. Yeah, there are no real standouts here. I mean, Aaron Woods is good. He's quite good. But he's not outstanding. These guards just don't impress me, not in the slightest. Yeah, they don't impress me. The tackles. There's the magic. You want the nice combination of low sacks allowed and high pancakes, and that is just so rare to come across. Like Marion Wright looks like he's solid. From the Navy. In the Navy. And then this Army guy, kind of same thing. Kind of not. We got an elite pass protector in Jesse Norman. And then Lawrence Beck right here. I think I'd rather have Lawrence Beck, though, honestly. Defensively, where we've really just gotten cooked time and time again, this is where we got to be looking. Jacob Stevenson is the #1 guy. Okay. Decent tackler. Gets into the backfield decently. But he's also really fast. So that's what sets him apart. Just the fact that he's fast and a pretty solid defensive tackle prospect. Outside of that, not much, but 4.55. Too bad these guys with the 4.55, 4.57 aren't really that good. This is a weak draft class, at least from what I'm looking at right now. Who is this? 391. He runs a 4.9. I'm good. I'm good. Fastest is a 4.67. Okay. But Dwayne Dawson with a 4.69 has not only the funny number, but way more tackles, more interceptions, more TFLs. He's got it all. And then right behind him, we've got Chester Patton, who honestly might be a must draft. Between him and Benjamin Neal, and he's so much better than Benjamin Neal, I think Chester Patton, just based on this, is a must draft. Corners, looking for the eventual Chris McAllister replacement because he's been awful. I will give him another year because he's very capable. I'll give him another year to prove himself, but right now it's just been really, really rough. But anyways, been yawning a lot today. Yeah, Jamie Fowler. He's definitely the number one for a reason. He is elite. Yeah, Jamie Fowler. He's a round one talent, truthfully. Who was that? Angelo Young. He's good, too. Very good. Even Devin McDaniel's not bad, but he's so fast, too. This is a good freaking draft class as far as corners go, though. Let's see. Is it that way for the entire secondary? Leon Peterson is pretty dang good out of Baylor. And I like Baylor a lot. Strong safety. Is our strong safety John McGraw? I gotta look at that real quick because I get those two mixed up. John McGraw and the Rookie of the Year a year ago. Good old Jason Shivers, but no, strong safety. Okay, we need to go strong safety, I feel. Free safety, just based on how he's been performing. I think John McGraw is quite good. You'd love to see better tackle out of him, but he's a good athlete. He usually gets to the ball decently. I don't see any reason for us to go away from John McGraw. Great athlete. Excuse me, sorry. Going back to the rookie report. Who was that again? Leon Peterson? Very well could be a must draft. Now, Scott Miles is definitely more skilled, but not a great, like, not as good of an athlete. That's pretty much it. He's fourth on the list. Okay, cool. And then on the other side, I'm not really looking at this position again, but a 4.38. You can't teach speed, that's for sure. And Kirk Barrett. Oh, Kirk Barrett is also really good. Joe Campbell, again, is another case of just not as great of an athlete, but more skilled. I don't know, man. There's some decisions to make. Decisions. Not too worried about it right now, though. We've got 11 minutes. If people get in, if they don't, it's fine either way. I wanted to do this just to have it as a VOD on the channel. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just wait here for the remaining 10 minutes. If anyone pops through, go ahead and say hey. But yeah, I know it was short, like short notice as well. Also, putting stuff on the community channel doesn't always mean it's gonna happen. This doesn't always mean people are gonna see it. What was the Super Bowl this year? Buffalo, Tampa. Honestly, not even that far from like what a couple of years ago could have been, right? Josh Allen versus Brady. All right, there. I just gotta check real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. No. All right, go back. Boom. Boom, boom. That's another thing. This won't have music on it. Aside from the background music you're hearing from in-game already. Just because since I'm live, I don't want any chance of like... How do I put this? Copyright from me putting it on like some sort of lo-fi stream. And I also don't want to fall asleep. Okay. Yep. 7 more minutes. And I will write it out. Because I did say, I said I would go live at a certain time. I'll wait until that time. I won't start early. Are we going to Golden Corral? Are we going to Golden Corral? Are we going to Golden Corral? Create clip? No. Discard. Are we going to Golden Corral? 6 minutes. I guess I can go through one more time and look at the team. Might as well be productive with my time, right? All right, let's take a look. Eric Becker, obviously quarterback situation's not changing after he won the MVP award. You'd have to send me to a psych ward if I were to get rid of him. Warwick Dunn in the last year of his contract. I don't see a reason not to re-sign him. He got unlucky in the last game where he got hurt, but like he's been good. He played all 16 games. Wait, yeah, that makes sense. He would have had the same stats from before we traded for him. Those would roll over. But yeah, over 1,000 yards. Looks like that was close to, if not the best season of his career. So good job, work done. Avion Kaysen, that's our 1-2. I'm cool with that. I'm fine. Warwick Dunn's not going to get any better. He might get a little bit slower. But, hey, so be it. Need a fullback. Wide receiving core right now I'm not unhappy with. Just, I feel like it's the state of the game where, it's just going to be a lot of drop passes. These aren't guys with bad catch ratings. It's not. You're just going to drop the ball. It's part of football, especially when you throw so often. You're going to have some drops. I'm happy with the way William Webb ended the season, so not worried about him at all. Tom Nalen doesn't play like an 89. I will always hold that thought. Guards, we could. upgrade pretty much the entire interior offensive line. The tackles, I've been pretty happy with. I've been decently happy with the tackles. They aren't really usually the ones causing issue. And that's in the run and the pass, honestly. You're not going to find much better than Chris Samuels. And Jeff Backus has been a fine right tackle. He's been perfectly fine. Vince Wilfork, Cornelius Griffin are, again, fine. But we could upgrade at D-tackle. Defensive end, I do want to bring back Alex Brown. Jared Allen, no. He can walk. And the other guys are just kind of there. Outside linebackers, I don't know. They don't play big roles, these backups. They don't. Really, none of them have ever done anything. So they can walk as well. Inside, gonna bring back Sean Tufts. He deserves it. Cornerback group, I'm very happy with. Now, granted, Chris McAllister, really rough season, but he's still Chris McAllister. And honestly, with this contract, it's not like we can do much with him. Chris McAllister is Chris McAllister. But Samari Roll has been great. He's been fantastic, especially as the season moves, gets later and later. He seems to get better, and that's just something you can't teach. Jeremy Trius Butler, he's been a fine number 3. Joey Thomas has been pretty fine, and these are just some filler guys. Need a better strong safety. Free safety, John McGraw's been fine, question mark. Olindo Mare, and then need a better punter. So that is what we're dealing with right now. 2 more minutes, and we will get into the start of the offseason. I'm excited. I'm always excited for the offseason. It's my favorite part of any rebuild, any of these series. It's always these opportunities to make the team better. And I'll do an intro once just so I have something to go off of, because I will be editing this, and yeah, I'll have to edit it quickly though, get it out either today or tomorrow. I didn't think about that, but you know, it's fine. Here's another question. Does this timer do any fancy stuff once it hits 0? Does it make a sound? I hope it doesn't make a sound, because it's going to scare me. I really don't want that. We'll find out. Well, whatever it is, I'm ready for it, okay? Oh, I'm a little behind schedule. Oh, no. Or ahead of schedule. It's a good thing. Oh, I really wish you didn't make a sound. Dang it. Okay, time to take that off. Get rid of that. Gross. Nasty. All right. Here we go. It is now 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're ready to go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the series. Welcome back to the RNG team. And it is finally time for my favorite part of any of these, the off-season episode. God, I love the off-season. So, if you didn't see the last episode and you're seeing this right now, Yeah, especially in stream. I'm sorry, but it's true. We lost really, really badly. Which makes getting into the offseason even better, right? So let's go ahead and get into the retirement period right now. Dan Campbell is retiring. Okay. Okay. I mean, hey, man, do what you got to do. He didn't really have a role on the team. I think he caught 1 touchdown, and that was in the playoffs. So, Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go through that. Oh, no. I didn't even look at all the other retirements. What's wrong with me? Any notable retirements? No, so far, no. A lot of retirements for Houston. Mel Mitchell, not to be confused with Kel Mitchell. That's... What? Yo, what? Am I dumb? Alright, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just see that. What in the world? Whoa. Okay. Alright. Everyone hold your horses. Travis Minor. He's got a lot of speed. Almond Green. Oh, I was looking at Junior Seau. That's a pretty big name right there. Marvin Jones. That's a decently big name for retiring. Any other big retirements? Randall Godfrey is kinda. John Carney is a pretty big one. Doesn't really look like it, though. There aren't any shocking ones. Like, none of these make me say, what, really? Not yet, anyways. Not yet. Isaac Bruce is a big one. He's going to retire, but obviously he was very old. He's still got money left on the table, but hey, man, if you're done, if you're ready to hang it up, so be it. Do your thing. The Panthers, thankfully, because that is our divisional rival, have a lot of free agents, have a lot of retirements. 6 is a lot, so they're going to have a bit of a roster overhaul this year. Rich Gannon, after 20 years, I'm surprised he didn't retire last year. He's going to retire this year, though. Cool. Mark Fields is gone, so is Buckner, Hansen, Pfeiffer. No? And we're right back here. Okay. Really just not that crazy. Not crazy at all. I always allow the retirements. Boom. Re-signing period. This is huge. First off, this is a non-negotiable. Alex Brown has been... How did we gain a player? How is that possible? This game's having some identity crisis or something. I don't know. Alex Brown has to come back, right? He's got to come back. He's been the anchor on the defensive line for the last 2 seasons. He wants a 7-year deal. I don't hate it. I really don't hate this at all. This is a very fair contract. Warwick Dunn, again, another guy who deserves the contract. And this is a very small contract. 100% I'll give you that. Anak Damar, even if I don't like what you've been doing, you'll be a worthy backup. And he only wants about $1 million a year. Cool. Gabriel Wilson wants less than $1 million a year to be a backup. I don't hate that whatsoever. He's young. He'll get a little bit better. He'll back up John McGraw just fine. Sounds good to me, man. I mean, yeah. Sounds good to me. Triondos Luke has to come back. He's our kick returner. Again, less than $1 million a year. That's cool with me. All of these outside linebackers, they're not going to get any better. So going to let them walk. Sean Tufts deserves this contract. He just wants a plain extension with a little bit of a bonus. Cool with me. Ed Stansbury, you can walk. Jared Allen. These are the guys we will let walk. Because, just truthfully speaking, there's just not room on the roster for you when we want to make these moves. go ahead, release players with expired contracts, and this is where we get into the fun stuff, man. Free agency. Almond Green. Oh, my. Almond Green. Aw, man. Green. Let's see. Tommy Maddox. I don't need a quarterback, obviously. But Almond Green is interesting, man. It really is. There are no fullbacks. There's one wide receiver, Bobby Shaw, and he is just not a good athlete. He's not really good at anything, truthfully. Wow, this free agency period is just dry. Tight ends, there's a couple tight ends. I'm a fan of Freddie Jones, what he brings to, like, I like the fact that he's very well-rounded. I like Randy McMichael as a passing option. He's the guy I'm looking at right now, Randy McMichael. Aside from that, guards, just nothing really here. Nothing there for tackles. Defensive tackle. Really? There was so many pending free agents. This is it? Jesus. And defensive end. There's just not that much here. This is going to be a boring offseason. No one here is interesting. Outside linebacker. There's really nobody here. I guess we'll have to sign some outside linebacker. Joseph Jefferson. Oh, no, we have plenty of corners. Why is it the corners, man? Why is that the position? The day is coming to an end. You haven't given me an opportunity. Can I reset? There. Hopefully that reset it. Here's strong safety. Derek Gibson. I think he's worth giving a contract to, at least an offer. But nothing crazy. Like, I'm very much going to lowball him on this just to test the waters. And then free safety, there's no reason. Punter? Nope. I remember. Kicker, punter is a no. Dude, what in the world, man? I guess we ought to throw our hat in for Almond Green. It would be cool. It would. I don't see, like, there's no other way we can make a splash this year, really. Randy McMichael. I'll throw my hat in for Randy McMichael. That's really it. Wow, that is bad. So Alex Lewis is interesting. He's got a lot of speed. Some of the most tackling. Him and Joe Odom are, you know, good tackling. I guess I'll... all right. This is such a terrible free agency period. Chris Cash, what a name. All right, so here are the 4 people that I found because this is just a terrible free agency period. Randy McMichael, you know, just to see if we can have a duo, you know. We did lose a tight end. Got to go ahead and try and make a move to get a tight end. Randy McMichael would be that guy at 81 overall. Very, very good catching, good blocking. He's really just all around quite good. Derek Gibson would be an immediate upgrade at strong safety. Granted, we wouldn't need to go out and draft one, which is far more interesting, but he had a very good season last year. He's a very good tackler, which is exactly what we need. Very good athlete. He does everything. 6'2". Derek Gibson. Alex Lewis as a backup in case someone does get hurt, because it's happened before. Good speed. Good tackle. That's all I look for out of my outside linebackers. And then Almond Green, you know Almond Green, 92 overall. This is the sweepstakes. He didn't even have 1,000 yards last season. With us, he would have 1,000 yards, I guarantee it. Probably why he left the team. Advance a day. Oops. We're still in the lead on everyone. And another thing to consider, we were a playoff team, so players are more willing to come to our team. Everyone's good. I keep on pressing the wrong button. Derek Gibson got a better contract. I did lowball him. but I think out of anyone, this is like the most important one right here. The one that changes our team the most. The one that really moves the needle. Because he does exactly what we need. Because we've had such rough time, you know. Such a rough time. Trying to tackle out of the secondary, it just hasn't been good. It's been not good at all. Derek Gibson accepts. I don't know what this is about with Randy McMichael, but Derek Gibson does accept. Desperately needed, spending a lot of money on him, but that is A-okay. Randy McMichael, I guess we just fell out of the top 3. And I don't know how much I'm willing to really give this guy. It's not that much, because we do have William Webb, and I don't want William Webb getting overshadowed. I really don't. But Derek Gibson will join the team. Boom. And we lost out. Oh my God, no. We lost out on Warwick. Not Warwick Dunn. We lost out on Almond Green. That sucks. Truth be told, that really sucks. Dang it, man. I wanted him. I really did, but that's a lot of money to spend on a running back. I'm going to guess he would have gotten worse. I'm going to tell myself that so I don't kick myself too much over it. Randy McMichael, his offer keeps on increasing. Like, that's another $1 million over the 4 years. I'm not willing to go much higher than this for Randy McMichael. Not at all. So you better sign, or else you just got to go sign somewhere else. No, same contract. Or same contract like this. Randy McMichael will end up accepting. Doesn't really do anything for us, honestly. I don't believe that one bit. I don't think it does anything for us. Not anything major anyways. It helps. It does help. But it's just not the biggest move we could have made. It's definitely not the almond green that we could have gotten. Dude, is this guy just not gonna sign? I'll give you 0.02 more. Yeah, this was just a really dry free agency period. Guess we can look at the breakdown. Need another outside linebacker, which I'm trying to get, but, you know, want to be stubborn. I guess I'll go after, aside from Alex Lewis, we'll bring back Charlie Anderson, sure. Alex Lewis signs. Charlie Anderson, you know what to expect with us, which is why I feel you should sign. Hurry up and do it. He accepts, and there's really not much else for us to do. We already have 54 players. I'm going to go ahead and advance to end. I had a lot of high hopes going into that free agency period. But man, those high hopes were horribly, horribly shattered. Give me just a second, guys. Alright. Next on the schedule, the NFL Combine. I went over the rookie report earlier, and of course it does change, but I got a couple guys I definitely want to look at. One thing that changes, I will no longer be looking at strong safety now that we have a strong safety. Instead, I really want to look at, I believe it was it Vega or was it Neal? I'm going to go back and look through the rookie report. The big board. It was Chester Patton. It was Chester Patton. That was the guy I was looking at. At least one of them. Okay, so we do pick 24th in this draft, which means we could just get our pick of the litter with any of the secondary positions, guys that don't go till the second round. It's an option. It's definitely an option. Jamie Fowler is far and away the #1 guy. He is really the perfect corner. So I might just go with, you know, the best available, even though we're really good at corner. Sean Bryan was the closest you're going to get to a perfect wide receiver, which honestly is more of a need than corner. I don't know, man. I don't know. Where did he go? Oh, he fell. He got so much slower. He still has a 4 catching, but he was running a 4.4 before, and he falls all the way to a 4.55. Not good. Not good news at all. Are there any... There's only one guy with 5 hands, and if you've been watching the series long enough, you know for a fact that the 5 hands is needed. But at what cost? This guy runs a 4.6. Yeah, he's got leaping ability, and he's 6'2". I just... I don't know, man. Maybe we scout him and he gets faster. It's worth at least taking a look. It's worth taking a look. 3 hands. 3 hands. It's just... Nah, it's not good. 4 hands. I'll give you an hour? Any changes at running back? Not really. Warner is still the fastest. Out of Kansas. Let's see if he's on the big board at all. Running back, Warner. No. No, he is not. Chances are he'd be gone by our pick anyways, so... let's see. No on quarterback. Probably no on running back. We'll likely be fine with Warwick Dunn for another year. Tight end, we're good. Just signed one. Center. Interior offensive line. Guards and centers. That's a big need. We filled one of the needs last year with Terrence Moss at guard, and he's been playing fine. But another guard... Maybe even another center, because Tom Nalen, even though he's an 89 overall, he's a not good 89 overall. So maybe go center. I don't know, though. Defense is the biggest need, obviously. It'll always be the biggest need for us. So maybe? I don't know. Harold Franklin. What sets him apart? He doesn't look that good. What sets the Egghead apart? Is he fast? No. No, he's not. I don't know what sets him apart. Jamie Cruz. That's a cool name and all, but he looks even worse than the other guy. I don't know, man. I don't know about Jamie Cruz. Jacob Stevenson. It's really hard to say with these guys. Alan Payne, at least he's trending up. Got a lot of tackles for loss. 19 sacks from the defensive tackle really is quite a bit. Jacob Stevenson's also up there. Definitely need to take a look at Stevenson before Payne. But defensive tackle is a big need based on the way we've been covering the run lately. So Stevenson and Payne. Stevenson, a 4.63 from a defensive tackle, 6'5". Oh my God, I'm falling in love already. Whoa. He can move for a 6'5", 320-pound guy. This is a must draft. This is our first round pick. I'm putting all 3 hours in on him. Pause? I don't know. I don't know. But it's also worth looking at what Payne brings to the table. Definitely slower. Higher bench, though. Smaller guy. Well, shorter, but bigger at 336. Just a different player. Much lower GPA, though. I don't like that. GPA does tell a lot in this game, usually. So, Stevenson is definitely the guy to look out for. Very excited to get the report on him. Is he the fastest? He's the oh, by far he's the fastest. Come on, what am I saying? Defensive end. I feel fine with Alex Brown, and McDougal hasn't been great, truthfully, but he's not been bad. I'm cool with our defensive ends for now, if it means going ahead and getting this absolute stud at defensive tackle, Jacob Stevenson. We're going to hear that name for a while. I can already tell. I might have to like make a move, trade up, just so I can make sure we can get him. I'll look at the mock draft, see where they think he's going to go, but that's our guy. That's our guy. Daryl Erickson, 4.47, running a 4.47 at 6'2", is pretty dang good. Decent GPA. I don't know if he's on the big board at all. We'll definitely take a look. I don't know if any outside linebackers were. Well, Webster's here. I'll look for Webster on there as well. Webster, where are you? Oh. 4.71. High bench, super high GPA. 4.71 isn't super slow. It's definitely not fast, though. Very high shuttle. He's super skilled. Definitely super skilled. I'll give him an hour, though, just so I can get some form of report on him. And then we'll go ahead and send him to the next day. Uh-oh. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. 76 speed is fantastic. It really is. 69 strength is not fantastic. 87 run coverage is great. 72 tackle, not. And then the pass rush is abysmal. I feel brokenhearted. I put so much when I saw like the stats on him. Good Lord, I was ready to jump out of my seat, but Jacob Stevenson. Someone else is going to draft him, and they're going to get a bust. That's for sure. Let's keep looking. Let's just move on. Keep looking. Alan Payne could be the better version of Jacob Stevenson, hopefully. And I don't see any other D tackles on the list, so we may have to do our own scouting and not rely on the big board. Let's go down to Payne. And did I ever scout him at all? Where are you? No. That's a no. 4.8 is still fast for a defensive tackle. He really is a bowling ball. Shorter, but bigger at 336. Said that already, but yeah. I just don't like the 2.7 GPA. But a really good shuttle. Fantastic bench, so we know he's going to be super strong. Screw it, man. Let's give 2 hours, not the full 3. But that was the only one. I want to go ahead and take a look at the mock draft and see what they think. Mel's mock draft. The #1 pick, defensive end Harold Franklin. That's a bust. I'm telling you, that's a bust. That's a bad idea. Jaime Cruz. Kent Sims. Where was that super fast quarterback? There was like a guy who ran a 4.5. I'm interested to see where he goes because he actually could throw the ball based on like his stats in college. Okay, take a look. Any D tackles? No. No D tackles in the first round. Makes sense so far from what I've seen. They still think we're gonna take a tackle? We don't need it. Not an offensive tackle. A lot to think about. Another thing to think about, do we trade down? Because so far, what I've seen out of this draft class, it's just not that great. So maybe it's a trade down kind of year. That's a decision we have to make before the draft, though, because if you don't know, once you get into the draft and get to your pick, you can't trade it away. It's really dumb, but it's just the way, the way of the world, or the way of the game. We can still look at inside linebacker. There was one I loved, one I was super happy with. Don't tell me he fell as well. Was it Patton? It was Chester Patton. He fell too. He was so fast, and now he runs a 4.82. Dude, I'm just, man. What are his other stats? Good bench, good jumping. Shuttle's not great. Good GPA. Man. See what the big board says, but yeah, he's on there. So is Josh Webster. Really great stats out of Chester Patton. The 400 marker for an inside linebacker on the tackles is fantastic. Georgia Southern, a bit of a small school, but I don't think that matters in this game. How much does speed matter at inside linebacker? I'd like to think it matters a lot. And we've got two guys here. Vega, James Vega, I remember seeing his report. And Dwayne Dawson. Haven't heard anything about Dwayne Dawson. But James Vega, at 6 feet, does pretty much everything you want. I can say pretty much the same out of Neil based on what I see right now. Maybe an hour for both of them. Can't hurt. It really can't hurt. And I think maybe the fast guys here. Let's take a look. I don't like this guy at all. I really don't. 26 bench is terrible. But this isn't that bad. Go ahead and give him... Let's sort by bench. There's 2 Paynes? Do I have the right Payne? There's Allen and there's Allen. No, Allen and Roy. I'm going to scout both Paynes just to be safe. Yeah, we know about Stevenson. He's a bust. Payne is painfully average. Oh, boy. Yeah. Uses hands well. Aware player. Sheds blockers. Cool. Deceptively fast in the open field. We have our speedsters. We don't need a speedster. We need someone to catch the dang ball. So, maybe we do go with a 5 hands. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that till now. He's got a 4.0 GPA, which is always good from a wide receiver. What that means for a wide receiver is that his route running is going to be pristine. So, I'm going to give 1 more hour to Brian. Not good news here. We'll run around blockers rather than take them on. Actually, I'd want that out of the inside linebacker. It's not his job to take on the blockers. He's supposed to run through holes when it comes to blitzing. This just isn't that much news. I have to give him another hour. I don't really care about coverage from an inside linebacker. As long as you're decent. Russell, excellent catching. Good. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. The fact that his speed is good tells me he might be faster than we originally thought. Gonna get the full report on Malcolm Russell. I can already tell you that's a name that I am more than willing to say over and over. So I like that. The other Payne is also painfully average. Good Lord. Bridges. What do you mean he can't get a good push in the pros? He's 36 bench. I would hope so. Well, I mean, fully average with good speed and strong as hell. Let's just take a look. It can't hurt. All right, after getting another report. Pass rush poor. That's not good. I don't run a lot of inside linebacker blitz plays, but when I do, I want it to work. It's worth mentioning, too, we have Sam Cowart. It's not like he's going anywhere. It's just I think he's on the older side. Ooh, nasty. Look at, oh, these stats are freaking gross. Oh, those stats are disgusting. Get them away from me. 75 speed. That's not good. Why did it say good? He's not going to get that much faster. Like, he might progress after the preseason to a 78 speed. Whoop-de-frickin-do. He's still slow as hell. That's terrible. He got even slower. He's not deceptively fast. Don't tell me these things. Come on now. You're just... don't lie to my face. And Bridges is terrible. Who could have guessed? Bridges is terrible. I feel... This... Oh my god, this offseason's terrible. I'm disappointed, man. There's just not much to... Like, not much to look at. Sean Bryan. I mean, you know, what do we have to lose? Horton, does Horton hear the football? I'm sorry. That was not a good joke. I'm disappointed. I really am. Yes, your catching's very good. Route running is very good, but that's about it. So Bryan is going to be faster for sure. He might be low 80s, which I'm willing to live with if he's very good, you know, has very good hands. Padilla. Padilla's worth a look. I'll give him the full 3 hours. Screw it. You know, we ball. Defensive tackles, so far they've all been bad. This has been unbelievably disappointing. Hayes, might as well get an hour on him just to get some sort of report. Zadirko, I don't want to say that name over and over. That's confusing. Might as well give him. And then Swanson. It'll make me think of Joe Swanson. This is what it looks like when I give up, honestly. Bryan, Bryan's good. He is so much faster than I thought he would be. And his hands are really good. His route running is fantastic. Bryan is the guy. The guy that I thought Stevenson could be, Bryan actually is. Payne's not even that bad, honestly. I might go with him way later on. Lots of good words for Swanson. Good to know. Huh. Padilla. Not worth my time. It really isn't. I mean, good lord. No. No. Get it away from me. This one, again. Like, look. Padilla and then Russell. Kind of the same player, truthfully. Again, Bridges is just a no. Well, I can say with complete honesty, Bryan, we gotta draft this guy. Gotta draft him. Larry Fitzgerald. Sean Bryan. That's your name, yep, out of Northwestern. And, I mean, we would have so many weapons to throw to, but the defense, man, the defense is my main worry. Gotta go after Payne, I think. Is this... Which Payne is it? It's very important that we know which Payne. It is this guy, Alan Payne. The slower one. But if he's slower... you don't need to be super fast. Like, there's no reason for the defensive tackle to run more than, like, 5 yards. So, you don't gotta be that fast. Alan Payne, if he's there, I'll go ahead and draft him as well. So that's first round, second round taken care of. I already said how I feel about that quarterback, that fast quarterback. I want him if he's there in the 3rd round. If not, I don't care. That's fine. But I said my piece. I want Terrence Neal if he's there. Outside of that, defensive tackle, inside linebackers if they're there. This is a super deep cornerback class. So corners if they're there. This... It was a strong safety, right? It was Peterson. If Leon Peterson's there, I want him to, but he won't be there. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Oh, and I should think about punter maybe. Well, I can't scout him anymore. All right, here we go. NFL draft. Let's take a look. NFL draft. Were any of the players I scouted taken? No, none of them. And since we're so close to the second round, I think it is imperative we go ahead and take our #1 guy. We're doing it. We're going to have the best receiving core in the league. Sean Bryan, welcome to the RNG team, my guy. It is so quick every single time. Stevenson did get drafted. Alan Payne is still there. Okay. So far, this is working out the way it was intended. Who do they think we should draft? A lot of those picks do make sense. But no, I'm going to go with my gut. Tells me go Payne. Boom. My gut is in Payne. All right. Quarterback if he's there. Terrence Neal is there, and compared to the other guys, he's definitely a decent thrower of the football. He is small. He is 5'11". That's small for a quarterback. Why would I waste this pick on a quarterback? I'm not going to do it yet. I do want Swanson because everything says, you know, here that he's might be pretty good. Go with him. We were missing a couple of picks. Terrence Neal is still there. This was a super deep corner class. I don't know that we don't need another corner, do we? No. None of these guys are all that good either, truthfully. So, inside linebacker, were there any... here's the one I scouted. Looks pretty good to me, man. And we need all the defensive help that we can get. Another second-round pick, and I think this is the one where I'll go ahead and pick Terrence Neal, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Fast quarterback who can kind of throw the football. Not like we need a quarterback, but hey, what else are we going to do with that pick? All right, the draft is over. That was just a terrible... This entire offseason was super weak, truthfully. I did not anticipate that going into this. I was super excited for free agency. There were so many pending great defensive linemen that just got re-signed, which makes sense. You know, you want to re-sign your good players. I get that. Just missed out on it. Rookie signing, this is where we find out what their overalls are. What is Sean Bryan's overall? Boom. Negotiate 80. Oh my God. 81 before the preseason. Oh, baby. This is the best receiving core in football. Sean Bryan, welcome to the team. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. Henry Swanson, what about you? Better than Payne. That could be good. Hey, that's good. We need help on the defensive line. 72. He's probably going to end up after the preseason. Probably mid-70s. If we're lucky, high 70s. And that would get him a starting spot. Henry Swanson, welcome to the team. Alan Payne, pretty much the same case. Got a lot of good defensive linemen. James Vega, I'm not mad at that. He may end up being a low 70 after the preseason. Good stuff. And lastly, Terrence Neal, the rookie quarterback, honestly isn't horrible. Looking more in-depth at the stats for each one of our rookie signings. Terrence Neal, 88 strength. That's actually really good. He has better pass accuracy than Everett Aguilar and so much more speed. Hey, Everett, you might be out. Just saying, man. You might be out of here. After the preseason, this accuracy will get a little better. Maybe not, you know, that much better. But it's solid. It really is. This is a solid rookie quarterback to draft in the 6th round. Didn't draft any running backs at all. Wide receiver, though, went ahead and got Sean Bryan. Already, before the preseason, better than Antonio Bryant. He's going to learn from Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest to ever do it. Look more in depth at these stats. He's not even that slow. I expected him to be very slow, but he is 87 speed, could be up to a 90. Route running is going to be in the 90s, and then catching likely will also be in the 90s. This Sean Bryan is good. He is so good. I'm very excited. The addition of Randy McMichael, because we did have a retirement. That was Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell retired. And I'm thinking that we still start William Webb. William Webb feels... I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know how you feel about this whole thing going on here. No matter what, William Webb will still get his playing time, will still get opportunities, because I think he could be a very good part of the team. No changes on the offensive line. Wasn't anticipating that going into this, but the offensive line has been iffy, but not horrible this season. I get onto the offensive line a lot, but they haven't been not as bad as season number 1, that's for sure. And who knows? Maybe Terrence Moss, he'll definitely progress. Maybe Steve Edwards gets a little better. Chris Samuels will probably stay the same. We'll see how this works out. Also very surprised Tom Nalen didn't retire. Defensive tackles, we got some decisions to make here with Henry Swanson, with Alan Payne. They're going to get better after the preseason. And I'm not going to play the preseason. I haven't played any preseason games yet. I'm actually going to simulate through to see what our final ratings are. But we got decisions to make there with Henry Swanson, Alan Payne. Now with Vince Wilfork, Cornelius Griffin, we've got a lot of defensive tackles. Defensive end, I'm cool with this. This is perfectly fine. If someone gets hurt, I'll just sign another one. Outside linebackers, probably going to go ahead and get rid of Charlie Anderson. Inside, James Vega was better than expected. So Robert Reynolds, wrong player. Robert Reynolds, you're on your way out. Corner, no changes here because this cornerback group is elite. Chris McAllister, even if he has been not so great, he's still Chris McAllister. Samari Roll got better as the season went on. And Jeremy Butler, good number 3, good slot corner. Strong safety, we upgraded to Derek Gibson. It was, well, I won't say it was a hard decision to get Jason Shivers back into a backup role. But, you know, he did win Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he's still capable. If Derek Gibson gets hurt, then Jason Shivers will play, but we desperately need this, the tackling. We need that 83 tackle at the back end. We need that from Derek Gibson. He's got more speed, more coverage. He does everything better. That's what we need at the back end. On the other side, it's going to be John McGraw, and I think he's been pretty dang good. Here were the stats last year. Yeah. It sounds good to me. 8 interceptions is good to me. Olindo Mare, and lastly, Craig Jarrett. I was going to go ahead and get a different punter, but there just weren't any, and I forgot to scout them. But Craig Jarrett has been fine for what I need him to do. We are done. Release all unsigned rookies. Wow, that was a lot of talking. I do want to look and see if there are any crazy free agents here. No, there are not. Good to know. How many players do we have? That's another big question right here. Because we will have to cut. Oh, we have to cut 5 players. Okay. Oh, that'll be easy. Craig Krenzel. Do we cut Craig Krenzel? He's kind of a legend, honestly. Do we cut Craig Krenzel? Well, I've got some easier decisions. Maurice Hicks, you gotta go, dude. You gotta go. Release to free agency. Please leave. I never want to see your face again. Brandon Wagner might be the worst running back to ever set foot on an NFL field. And I just don't want his career to end that way. I really don't. He's got like 4 attempts and then 2 of them are fumbles. It doesn't show, but it's just rough. It's not a good time in the life of Brandon Wagner. We gotta... I don't want to get rid of any of these receivers. I like all of them. And I don't think we need to. Treondo Luke just won't play outside of being a kick returner. Boom. I don't have to cut anybody there. Nothing on the offensive line. Need all 3 of the tight ends. Defensive tackle. Monsanto. Isn't Monsanto that evil company with the seeds and everything? Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. You can go. Outside linebacker. I did say we were going to go ahead and get rid of Charlie Anderson, so that's easy. Take care. Inside linebacker, Reynolds, you can go. Corner, we need all those. We don't need 4 strong safeties. Don't need that. Will Allen. You've never seen the field. You never will see the field. Goodbye. And that's it. Pretty easy. I thought that was going to be difficult. It was not. Let's go ahead and simulate through the preseason so we have our starting ratings going into next season. Let's go ahead and do that. Whoa. Audio. Oh, okay, we're good. If you're in chat right now, send a message. State your thoughts, your feelings on everything that's happened so far, if you've been watching it all. Definitely wasn't super... not the star-studded offseason I was hoping for, but, you know, not every season's going to be like that. Tried to make the best out of it as possible, and that's just what you got to do. But I do feel that strong safety move is going to pay dividends 100%. I'm insanely happy with... Lost my train of thought. Insanely happy with the rookie. He's an 81 overall. That's crazy. All right. End of the preseason. This is where we get to look at the real ratings for all of these rookies. Let's start the season. Go to, not the front office. I have my own little way of doing this. I like it to be a surprise. We go here to the depth chart. Why is Neal starting? He ends up being a 66. That's good. That's tied with Aguilar, who, truth be told, wasn't bad when he had to play. He wasn't bad at all. But, obviously, Eric Becker... Whoa! I didn't even see that! Okay, Everett? I'm sorry for disrespecting you. He goes from a 73 to a 78. 97 pass strength, 77 pass accuracy, 94 read coverage. 73 to a 78. And the 78 in this game at quarterback really is not a bad thing at all. Quarterback is what you make it majority of the time. So with me playing, he's probably more like a 60. That's just because I'm the one holding the sticks. Warwick Dunn does regress to a 79 from an 81. He keeps all the speed he had. Pretty much the same break tackle, agility, secure ball. Not really much has changed here. He just got a little bit worse, and honestly, I expected it. Avion Kaysen also got worse. You don't like to see that. Brandon Wagner, I think he got 2 overall better, question mark. Doesn't matter. He still has 51 secure ball. Not a great time. Ovi Migueli, I have to sign another fullback. I know. Sean Bryan ends up being an 84 overall with 88 speed, 89 catching, 92 route running, and 82 jumping, which is important. Sean Bryan is really freaking good, man. Arnaz Battle's hurt. You hate to see that. I don't like to see any of my guys getting hurt. Larry is a 98 overall. 98 overall for Larry frickin' Fitzgerald, man. I love it. Love to see it. Even Antonio Bryant, 79 before. He's now an 82 overall. Everyone. Freddie Mendoza, he went from like a 66 to a 71. Irving Erickson, 62 to a 64. We've got a great receiving core here in Nolans. Good old Nola. Anyways, got to move Larry Fitzgerald to the starting spot. Behind him, I'm going to put Freddie Mendoza. On this side, we'll have Bryant, and then Irving Erickson. Because Irving Erickson, when he played, right, he was very good. William Webb, 71 to 72 isn't huge. Randy McMichael doesn't change at all. And Dallas Clark ends up getting a much better, up to a 74 overall. Hey, that's actually a sneaky good tight end core. I think I might leave this alone. Definitely only want Dallas Clark in. He's going to have the least amount of playing time is what I'm trying to say. I just don't know. Randy McMichael, 73 speed, 74 speed from William Webb. Randy McMichael's the better blocker. A lot more catching. What's the break tackle like? Oh, God. That's a tough decision. William Webb will understand, or he'll get mad and request a trade, which doesn't happen in this game. No change with our tackles. Terrence Moss is a 91 overall. Okay, Terrence. I love to see that. Steve Edwards is unfortunately hurt, so it will be a knock DeMar, at least for the foreseeable future. Nayland is down from an 89 to an 88. Cool. So be it. Alex Brown goes up from an 81 to an 83. Jerome McDougal is still a 78. And Hamry goes up to a 72. Will Fork is now an 80. Swanson is a 76. Griffin is also a 76. Payne is a 73. Stewart will never see the field. 98 tackle. Oh, yeah. Easy. Got to start him. We need it desperately. We need that tackling. But I will say Cornelius Griffin and Payne being, behind him, that's not bad. We're definitely not hurting at the defensive tackle position here in New Orleans. Opposite, still going to be Jerome McDougal. I'm still happy with him, even though, he's not great. He does his job, though. I'm usually usering Alex Brown on the defensive line anyways, who... Oh, wow. He definitely got a lot better. Love to see it. Thornton goes from a 91 to an 88. I wonder if that has anything to do with him being hurt for as long as he was hurt, which is fine. 88 is still very, very good. On the other side, Johnny Bailey, 74, now a 77. Yeah, he's still very capable. Love to see this out of Johnny Bailey. Inside, it will not be Tufts, who is hurt. It will be Cowart, who's down from an 89 all the way to an 83. Not good. Not good. Vega, honestly, isn't bad. His coverage isn't great, but otherwise, he's good. Hopefully, if it needs be, if Sam Cowart continues to regress the way he has, Vega will eventually take over. Hopefully, he keeps on getting better. McAllister, down. Roll, down. Don't know about Butler because he's hurt. Joey Thomas, he's hurt. Man, a lot of people are hurt. So I'm going to put Roll here. We know this. And I guess for now, have Bacon and Brightful. And we'll just do that on either side. I feel like that's the best move we can make right now. Jason Shivers, you are not starting anymore. I am sorry. I know he's got to be pissed off. 2 years ago, Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Derek Gibson, man, he is so good. He got better. He got better. He got faster. He's a better tackler than when we signed him first. Oh, man. What an upgrade. John McGraw's down from an 82 to a 79, but that's okay. He actually got faster. His agility is a 99. Wow. 87 jumping, I don't like to see the coverage or tackle as low as they are, but he's such a great athlete that it's like, you know, you win some, you lose some. Olinomare is the same. Jarrett, same. I don't want Chris McAllister returning kicks. Wow, my voice cracked. It'll be Avion Kaysen and Triondo Sluke, and then just Triondo Sluke. Boom. There we go. There it is. The off-season episode in the books. A lot happened. It was not what I expected for it to have been, but all things considered, man, can I be mad? No. No, we made a lot of really great moves. I guess I'll do one more little wrap-up here, and then we'll get out of here. Obviously, Eric Becker, he's not going to go anywhere. He continues to get better. Good stuff. Warwick Dunn regressed. Oh my god, I messed up. Warwick Dunn regressed a little bit, but he's still our number one. Arnaz Battle is doubtful. He's hurt. I'll go over the injury report here in a minute as well. But Larry got better. Sean Bryan, new rookie. He is a beast at 84 overall. Antonio Bryant right behind him. Tight ends looking a little different. Just a little bit different, but more or less the same. Offensive line completely the same. Defensive line overhauled a little bit at the defensive tackle position, but it is so much better, I promise you. Defensive ends the same. Outside linebackers the same. Inside linebackers, Sam Cowart. So it's the same in that way, but we brought in James Vega, the rookie. Corners the same. We got some guys hurt, hopefully not out for that long. Derek Gibson, brought him in as a free agent, very good. Free safety, John McGraw. Injury report, and then we get out of here. That's a lot, but not that bad, not that bad, not that bad. The big one, Steve Edwards for 6 weeks. Joey Thomas for 7 weeks. I know Joey Thomas doesn't seem like a big one, but he had 4 or 3 interceptions last year. He's a playmaker. He is. Steve Edwards, obviously, starting guard. He'll be out for a little bit, but hey, that stuff just happens. Our season begins against the Rams and the Seahawks. That'll be episode number 1 of season number 3. I hope y'all are looking forward to that as much as I am. At any time we come off an off-season episode, I'm looking forward to the next one. Very excited. So I'll see you guys in that one. If you were in the stream with me for this, because I did see a couple people, you know, we had a couple viewers in here. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you. You know, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe we can have more of these.